Hello everyone, and welcome to the first video on this channel. Today we'll be looking at Mismagius Beast Box, probably my favorite deck of all time, and a very unique and interesting deck in the 2019 World Championships format. This deck was extremely fun and a breath of fresh air in a very tag team dominated meta. This deck was built to take favorable matchups into those tag team decks such as Mewtwo, Blacephalon-GX, not a tag team, still popular, Pikarom, and even Reshizard sometimes. With this in mind, let's dive into the list and check out what we're supposed to do with it. So, this deck runs on the Green's Exploration Engine. This card just lets you search your deck for 2 trainer cards as long as you have no ability Pokemon in play. It's a very powerful effect, and we've seen similar things without the ability caveat on things like Shady Dealings, Inteleon, and Drizzile, which are very good cards. So we know this is quite the good effect. Now, what are we using this Green's Exploration for? Well, the deck has a lot of options late game, but in the early game we're primarily going to be going for things like Mysterious Treasure, Dusk Stone, and Ultra Space. These 3 cards are very good to set up your board for the rest of the game. Mysterious Treasure will grab you things like, or really exclusively Misdreavus, sometimes Nihilego, but mostly Misdreavus. Once you have Misdreavus established on your board, you're able to use Dusk Stone on the first turn it comes out to evolve into Mismagius. Mismagius has the ability Mysterious Message, which lets you draw until you have 7 cards in hand and knock out the Mismagius. Now, why would you ever want to knock out one of your Pokemon on your first turn? Well, that's kind of the entire point of this deck. You want to be giving your opponent prize cards really early in the game so that you can apply pressure very quickly. Now, let's just dive into why that is the case. Buzzwole. This is one of the 3 Ultra Beast, or basic Ultra, 1 prize Ultra Beast attackers in this deck. This one has the Sledgehammer attack, which lets you attack for 120 damage if your opponent has 4 prize cards remaining. You're going to force them down to that number via the Mismagius in this deck, so it's going to be fairly easy for you to set this attack up. Now, why is this so good? 120 damage for 1 energy, pretty solid on its own, but what's especially notable about this card is the fighting typing. A lot of this meta was, or a lot of the good stuff in this meta was weak to fighting. You had Dedenne GX, which was one of the biggest support Pokemon of the format. It was played in things like Reshizard, in Pikarom, and even in Mewtwo. Just all the tag team decks needed to run it to support the engine. This let you just sort of one-shot it at any point as long as you were able to gust, which you were almost always able to do off of a Green's Exploration for 2 custom catchers. Now, this only gives you 2 prizes normally. However, this deck is able to use Beast Bringer from Unbroken Bonds, which lets you take an extra prize the first time you knock out a Pokemon in the game, as long as it's a GX or EX. So you're able to take 3 prizes on a Dedenne when your opponent has 4 prize cards, immediately getting yourself back into the game. So this Buzzwole is very good. It also can one-shot a Pikachu and Zekrom Tag Team GX for 3 or even 4 prizes. Next we have Xurkitree. Once your Blacephalon knocks out, you're going to need another thing to attack with. Xurkitree is very good as that. It has effectively the same attack as Buzzwole, just for a lightning type Pokemon and when your opponent has 3 prize cards. So you're able to pair it with Electropower to do 150 damage. Now, that's a very good number when you combine it with the 120 which Buzzwole had. You get 270, that 1 shot, or 2 shots most tag teams in the format. So that's mostly what Xurkitree's in there for. You can use Lusamine Prism Star on that same turn to guarantee you get another attack during your next turn with that Xurkitree, so you just get a free 240 damage from it if you have Lusamine in play, which you could do by playing a Lieutenant Surge to, play 2 supporters, Green's Exploration for Lusamine, and then play Lusamine, because you're getting to play 2 supporters in that turn. Next we have the Nihilego, very unique attacker. Nightcap lets you copy one of your opponent's attacks as long as they have 2 prize cards remaining. This is just a really good attack because of how much damage tag teams could do at the time. So it's a very, very good attacker. Lastly, we have Tapu Fini and Blacephalon-GX. These are really the two odd ones out as your attackers. The Blacephalon-GX is in there exclusively for its GX attack. If you are just needing a way to find that last prize card, say you took a Dedenne and another Dedenne, but one with the Beast Bringer, you get that 5 prize cards, can't really find the last one. Well, you just use Burst GX, discard your last prize card, and win the game. Additionally, Tapu Fini is just a tech for the Blacephalon-GX matchup. Being able to attack for 1 colorless energy, you can knock out one of their Blacephalon-GXs essentially for free. So that's really just all of the attackers. The rest of these trainers are fairly straightforward. Reset Stamp, you're going to be going down on prize cards. You're also a 1 prize deck. You'll be able to reset your opponent's hand really whenever you want to. What else? We got Power Plant. This was in here for the Mewtwo and Mew matchup. You are able to drop it the same turn you're attacking with Nihilego and get through Jirachi GX's ability, which would remove Mewtwo and Mew's weakness. So you're still hitting for weakness. You're taking that free 3 prizes with Nihilego. The energy count is fairly standard. We tried to maximize how many energies you had that would fulfill as many of these as possible. So Beast Energy, just bonus 30, can be any of the Ultra Beast attackers. Rainbow Energy is really the only way you can attack with Blacephalon and Buzzwole, so you want to get that out early and at the end of the game. And then Unit Energy is in here for the Xurkitree and Nihilego. But that's really all of the list. I'm just going to hop into a couple games against Ray to showcase how the deck works and really show off how cool this deck is. Alright, so we're going to be hopping into a couple games against Ray. Feel free to introduce yourself if you like.
Hi, I'm Ray. I play a lot of Pokemon, so...
Alright, we're playing 2019 Retro, and yeah, this is going to be quite the matchup. I believe this is Mismagius Beast Box against Pikarom, so let's get it started. Let's say unlimited format and Mismagius Beast Box.
Hold on, I have to scroll
Okay.
to the connection. Oh my goodness. I should have started the deck.
All good. I have Premiere Pro, so I can cut out some of the dead air.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
Hold. Okay, wait. I got it. Let's go.
Alright. So we are playing with Pass just because 2019.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would like to go first. See? Works every time.
Nice.
It's just that easy.
Ironically, I would like you to go first.
That's not really what I wanted to hear, but thanks. Oh, I didn't have anything that turn 1. That was kind of unfortunate.
Oh, I have a juicy hand.
We might need to play a second game after this one.
That's fair.
It's just like...
Alright, yeah, fair. Okay.
It's not one of my best starts.
How do I play Pokemon? Let's see. Yeah.
I don't think I can Ultra Space.
Buzzwole.
Uh-oh. Are you gonna have 2 Mismagius? Is that what's going on here?
I mean, that can happen. It's not out of the question. This hand doesn't get me there, I don't think.
Maybe that would actually be kind of okay for me, because then at least I'll draw the 2 prizes.
I think this is optimal, and then we just high roll it. Yeah, I think that's okay. Burn that. Oh, I should probably be checking my prize cards. Press none of those. Have my GX attack. I got enough energies to win the game. Cool. Press one of those. So we're gonna do that. Fail that. Grab one of these.
Dusk Stone. I knew it. I know everything.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
about to be the sickest prize card of my life.
Maybe.
It's gonna be.
It legitimately could be. Unfortunately, this is not the best thing in the world for me. So yeah, we pass it here.
Let's go. We live these.
Dang.
This is so bad. It's actually so bad.
Can't really use Ultra Space. At least I don't. Pikarom didn't run anything for Ultra Space, right?
No, nothing relevant.
Okay. Oh boy. What is this?
They never see it coming.
I'm gonna show the cards, and hopefully this will just be a game 2.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I have the Mismagius in hand. Just swing with Buzzwole for 4 prizes. That's game. Game 2. Would you like first or second?
I would love to go first.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Challenge
Wait.
Phage. What's up?
Actually, I will go second. No,
Okay.
that makes more sense.
Going second. Cool.
I see what you mean by like Ultra Beast.
Yeah.
Like Mismagius. I see it now.
It
I
is
understand.
exactly what it sounds like.
At least if I go second, I can get like Turn 1 Zapdos on you.
Oh, true. Yeah. I mean, it's not necessarily relevant into all of my starters, but yes, I agree.
Well, I have Electropower too, right?
Oh, true.
This is not 2021 Pikarom.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this makes sense. Even though this card is not like useful in the matchup, the other card I wanted more.
Alright, drop return, pass.
Wait, you don't get to Lily. I don't
Oh, yeah.
I don't get to Lily.
That is a minor oversight on my part.
That's tough.
We're going first. Is this correct? I mean, it has to be. You need triple E power. Or no, double E power does it. I'm gonna say you don't have it. Because if you do have it, this gets really bad. Probably should have attached that there, but minor misplays. Yeah, I was supposed to attach unit energy to either the Buzzwole or the Xurkitree just so that next turn I can have a guaranteed pivot if you manage to knock out the Buzzwole. Because Mismagius ends up knocking itself out and I just get U-Turn Board back. But in a perfect world, that doesn't matter. Yep. Data change.
I'm starting to think that this deck is just like not that good.
Maybe. Wait, did you free retreat the Mew? Oh yeah.
Zero.
Yep. Completely forgetting how cards work.
Mm.
Does that matter? No, that only matters into the Reshizard matchup. So, just for the sake of the video, I'm going to explain why I have this in here. Electropower is exclusively in here because you're supposed to go into Reshizard with Swing Buzzwole, they knock it out, Swing Xurkitree E-Power for knockout, and then you are ideally able to Nightcap to copy one of their attacks for game.
This is a really weird situation, but this is what I'm going for.
I agree with it. I already know what it is. Oh, I don't know what it is.
Well, this is officially not good. It's not like horrible or anything, but it's not great.
Yeah. Going down 2 custom catchers feels bad.
Well, I have a feeling that custom catcher is not going to be especially relevant here.
True. I'm not going to disagree with you there.
Like, in most other matchups, I would be more careful with that.
So here's our dilemma. I can bench Blacephalon, but ultimately I think that's an incorrect play. No, I have to... Because if I hit a... There's a combination of cards that just essentially wins me game off of this, so drawing 5 is super relevant. We always bench Fini with the U-Turn board as a pivot. Second Beast
I
Bringer.
did a little bit of a misplay, I think. Could have benched another Pokemon so that when this Jirachi gets knocked out, I could promote that.
Well, the Jirachi's not what I'm going for.
Well, I know that, but like, yeah. If you miss it, you're probably gonna knock out the Jirachi.
True.
But then again, if you miss it and you Mismagius here, I'm probably gonna win.
Yeah. Do we bench the Buzz? We're all in at this point, so I think I do bench the Buzzwole. We'll Dusk Stone Mismagius.
I'm guessing you don't have 2 custom captures just yet.
Grab greens. Burn the
Did you play
Mismagius.
Furrier yet?
Not yet, no.
Do I lose?
Quite possibly, yes. Greens for double catcher. And this is what happens when this deck runs smoothly. You just get what you need, and then you get the turn where you just go Sledgehammer for 240, boom, take 4 prizes because of Beast Bringer. Like, this deck
what can I say? I'm getting outplayed right now. That's tough.
This deck is nuts.
Just getting outplayed.
One of the few decks where, like, you can force your opponent to go up on the prize trade and then punish them super hard for it. And that's why I really like this deck in 2019. Because if you don't have any counterplay to this, I am able to just win the game next
turn. Now I need to think if I'm getting a thing or a thing.
Yep.
I think I have to go in with Peakrom this turn. Because if I go in with Zapdos, that just seems like horrendously bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I just need to hope to get it, basically.
Yeah. Because going in with Zapdos essentially checkmates yourself, because it gives me game on board no matter what with Blacephalon.
Wait. It can do this for Edar. Okay, that's the plan. I'm gonna do this for Edar.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna get this. Okay. We have technically a chance.
I mean, you definitely aren't out of it. I see a good line for you.
I do need to find a switch at the very least here.
Yes.
That is
down
absolutely for sure.
1 switch. Does this run skateboards? It
Yeah,
has to,
there's
right?
one escape word.
Ooh. One escape or four switch.
Okay, I'll get it every time.
Easy.
I did not get it every time.
Oh no. Uh, do you have? Yeah. So we just go
I don't like this list.
greens. We already have second catcher in hand. You're still at 4 prizes, so I just
Right.
go double
GG's.
catcher. Sledgehammer for game. Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
This deck is as smooth as I remember it. Yeah. So that's the best of 3. Do you want to run a couple more games or not?
Sure, I think we should run at least one more.
Alright, and time for a second set, best of 3, against a different Pikarom list, but still the same archetype. This one is running 4 judges, so they can, in theory, make this matchup a lot worse by disrupting our hand often. We do have the built-in consistency of Mismagius, but that won't necessarily always work, but that's still an option.
Okay, and I'm pretending like I don't know what you're playing, so I'm going first.
Alright.
This is a hand. That's for sure.
Okay. So now we're just evaluating, can we win on the first turn?
What?
Trying
Can
to...
you win on the first turn? Excuse me?
There's a possibility that I'm able to swing with Buzzwole for the 240. I have Beast Bringer, Greens, Mismagius in hand. There's a world where I swing turn 1.
I see.
It's an unlikely world, but it is a possibility. We probably don't get there. It's all just like everything with this deck, it's gambling. What do we hit off the greens? Or off the Mismagius?
I want to put down Lilac. Maybe. I think Lilac could be, like, okay.
Seems fine. Alright, here's the question. Do you assume that that this deck is something that can swing turn 1 or not?
If you're asking if I'm retreating this Pikarom or not,
absolutely.
I'm definitely retreating
yeah.
it. Yeah, like...
No, yeah. You want to get off the Jirachi turn 1. Yep.
I don't think I'm gonna activate the Tapu Koko though, because I don't think you have the Prism Star Wobbuffet. That'd be pretty weird.
That would be sick. I don't think this runs really any Prism Stars. My game plan into Pikarom is just hit them really hard and then they won't be able to play the game sometimes.
It's a pretty good plan.
Honestly, yeah. Yep.
I have to say though, I think I'm at least playing the game this time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Looks like the change in list did help at least a little bit. Okay. The question here is, do we thin the Mismagius out of our hand? This feels ultra greedy. I don't think we go in for the turn 1. I think we just play it a little bit safer.
You just gotta believe, come on.
Of course.
Where's the confidence?
I'm not believing hard enough. The other question is, do I Ultra Space? Well, yeah, just to thin. I want to grab that Xurkitree. I want to just get it out of the deck and increase my odds of popping off and just not letting Pikarom play the game. So, the question with this is just, do we go Mysterious Treasure or Custom Catcher? We already have Custom Catcher in hand. I'm pretty sure we just go Mysterious Treasure because our odds of hitting the turn 1 are really low, and we'd like to just always have that out to Misdreavus. So we'll toss the Reset Stamp because, again, I don't think we're getting off double Dusk Stone. There's always a possibility. I just don't think it's a very high one. Mysterious Message. Yeah, just like I said, do not get there. Yeesh, this one is a little bit sketch actually. Ultimately, I think we go for attachment on the Xurkitree just in case. The fact that that's not rule box moms is very unfortunate. Huh. We also,
What, the Beast Bringer?
no, Power Plant. I have already played a supporter though.
I see, I see.
What we can do is try to hit that Lieutenant Surge, not hit that Lieutenant Surge. And with that, I think we just pass.
Okay, well,
So
I'm definitely attacking this turn.
yeah, next turn, our next turn ultimately will come down to a Pokénav, because we really need that rainbow. What?
Pokémon?
There's no other way to search special energies in the format.
There's literally no way that's true.
It is 100% true. This was one set before Blacephalon came out, so that was our only way to search out energies. Also, stacking the deck isn't half bad, but like, yeah. So, ultimately, next turn we always promote Buzzwole, and then figure out the rest of the turn from there. If we aren't able to get a swing off with this Buzzwole, our game gets a lot harder.
I feel like in the future, going in with Choo-Choo, Alone Raichu first might be something that I should think about.
Why is that?
Because you would need to have your one Beast Energy in order to kill it.
How much
Or not
XP does it have?
260.
True. Yeah.
It's just something to consider.
Granted, this isn't supposed to be playing against decks that know what the fuck I'm doing.
Are you allowed to swear in your school project?
But we'll bleep it out. Fix it in post. Fix it in post.
Everything can be fixed in post.
Exactly. So this is gonna have to be, yeah, we have run out of steam officially. There is literally no line.
Let's go!
Well, there's
Outplayed.
probably no line. Theoretically, there could be a line. If we bench Nihilego, next turn go in with Xurkitree, turn after that we have to luck sack quite a bit. No, if we rip greens or an out to greens off the top deck, this is fine. So we just have to luck sack. Yeah. Yeah, that feels really bad to say, but it's true.
Tag switch, please.
Please
not tag
no.
switch. It's okay. It was not tag switch.
Okay.
I can just skip your Nihilego turn though, right?
With
So I'm
folded?
just with tag bolt.
Oh yeah.
I'm not all that worried.
Yes. Well, you. Yeah. We'll just go with that. Yeah, this is sketch. We could go with a tingly return play. That feels really bad though.
How can you tingly return?
Mismagius. Okay, yeah, no, there's no line. So we concede this one and try again. We'll
Game
go
two.
second again. I haven't been able to pull off the Exodia play. If I don't get to it in this set, I will of course explain it at either the beginning or the end of the video. But there is a play on the, oh shoot, I chose first. Oh well. I guess we're on first.
Yeah, I'll just take my turn as normal.
No, it's good, it's good. I will go first.
Oh, okay, you're going first. Okay,
Yeah.
that works.
So pass. Yeah. Okay. So I think this is just going to be a generic game for this deck. Yeah, we'll actually play it a little bit slower. Because because I want to get fully set up, but at the same time I don't want to go too aggressive because I have pocket green and I have outs to most stuff actually. Mismagius can kill itself in the active, right?
I believe so.
Okay, yes, you can do that. So, as long as I have a Misdreavus on the board, I will have a line where I can just knock myself out for a pivot. To do that, though, I will need an Ultra Space so I can guarantee a Buzzwole.
Mm.
So we grab that Buzzwole. Unit Energy always goes up there just because I'd prefer to have that as a pivot in case they can't knock anything out. So yeah, we just go Mysterious Treasure, grab Misdreavus, then yeah, pass it off.
I'm gonna see if I can maybe not bench any GXs yet. I feel like that would be really good for me.
Yeah, that seems solid.
Because I can definitely just like smack with Zapdos this turn.
Yeah.
Which I think I'm gonna do.
That is 9 times out of 10 probably optimal into the one prize matchup.
Maybe I won't smack with Zapdos this turn.
Oh, prize. Oh wait, no, you just straight up don't run it.
No, it's just prized.
Wait, you're on
Wait.
chart.
Like this deck doesn't have Zapdos?
It doesn't run Zapdos.
No, dude. Okay,
I'm
wait,
afraid
wait,
you will
wait.
not be swinging with Zapdos, my friend.
Okay, maybe I can still go. Okay, I did prize Choo-Choo though, so I do have to
You
swing with
have to
either.
go with the generic peak ROM gameplay.
Yeah, it has to be either Pikarom or Zeraora. There's no other option here.
I think
Uh,
I don't
I
know.
do.
Zero Aura seems fine, but if I get Beast Bringer off, it literally does not matter because I still just go 3/3
Yeah.
game.
Maybe I should have gotten a Pikarom there actually, because I think by the end of this, I'm gonna want to full blitz onto my other Pikarom.
Yeah.
So
Oh, do you have swing this turn? Oh, you absolutely have swing this turn.
no, I need to find any energy switch. 6 cards.
Okay.
Okay.
Run.
Hold on.
What? 2 E-Switch and a Thunder Mountain and a Pokeknife. You have like 4 outs.
I can thin out. No, I actually can't. I literally can't.
Okay. This is what we like to hear.
Mm. Okay. I think I am gonna pop the Tapu Koko.
Okay.
Because now I would have to hit a switch if I don't do this. And I think if you're gusting my Pikarom here, I'm just gonna concede. Because I would lose that either way.
Yeah. Like, even if you can get the full blitz off, I don't think you do it this turn just because it forces me to have more cards. Yeah. Let's see. We can Ultra Wormhole.
I think my best plan right now is to hopefully get Zero Aura going next turn and then play a Judge with it. I think that would be something okay.
Then we greens for... We want to thin out that second Xurkitree because we only need one. And realistically, you're not going to ever target down the one I currently have on board. Mysterious Treasure for a... Let's go with a Misdreavus. We have this one out from last turn, so we're going to opt to Dusk Stone the fresh one. just to give us more outs to the second Mismagius. The question is here is, do we burn Reset Stamp this turn? I actually think we do before the first Mismagius, because if we hit the combo this turn, we win the game. So we want to just optimize our odds of hitting it. We are 1 card off. That's tragic. That is so unfortunate.
Easy.
I guess we just pass in this case? That's so bad.
Wait, are you weak to dark? Oh, I'm so close to killing with Hoopa here.
On the Misdreavus?
Yeah.
Wait, how much does Evil Admonition do?
It does 10 plus 20 for each ability you have.
I have no abilities.
Exactly. If you had a single ability, it would be working.
Well, I will.
Okay, I do think I want to touch
the fact that this is a Greens engine deck, so having abilities out is kind of a bad thing.
Yeah. I was just hoping.
Fair. Okay, going in with Zeraora. That's good. Yeah, and the judge. So, I think the thought process here is like, if you... I think you honestly probably wish to go in with the Pikarom. Oh, yikes.
Why do you think I should go in with the Pikarom?
Because Beast Bringer only works for 1 turn, so if I don't... Or it only works on my first knockout.
Yeah.
So, like,
well,
I don't know.
What I don't want to happen is this Zeraora going down.
Yeah.
And then you take... the Pikarom going down, you take 4 prizes. And then it's, like... It's easier for you to get 2 prizes than 3, I think.
Yeah.
It might be pretty similar, but getting 3, I can imagine, involves Blacephalon too.
Yeah, I think that's Nihilego rather than Blacephalon. We'll switch into the Misdreavus, Dusk Stone it.
Okay.
And then Mysterious Message. I would really like to have a Greens and a Catcher. That is both of those.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. What we can do is just the full combo, but Reset Stamp feels really bad here. Yeah, that's just the whole story. So we want a Greens, and we want a Custom Catcher. Question is, do we want to Beast Bringer? I think the answer is yes, just because it seals out the game almost 100%. It just leaves our hand a little bit sketchy. But honestly, drawing 4 cards off prize cards, I think ultimately it's just better. Beast Ball, check the prizes, show playmat, show cards. I think we opt to sacrifice Beast Ball. Beast Bringer. Do we bench the Misdreavus? That's a big question. Because it can give us the Exodia turn later. Yeah, it can give us the Exodia turn later. It's worth it. Catcher up the Pikarom. We want to just draw 4 cards. And yeah, we just go ahead and Sledgehammer. 1, 2, 3. Fortunately not getting the 66% we want, but that is fine. It's actually really unfortunate now that I think about it. So cannot do the funny play.
I can get Blacephalon here.
That seems correct, probably.
I'm not sure, actually. I don't think there's a single person in the world who can play against this deck properly.
Against Ultra Beast. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the point.
I want to get... I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And if you have Beast Energy on Nihilego off of 2 cards, then you got me.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Oh, shoot. Reset Stamp. True.
Like, yeah. If you have that, then you deserve to win.
Yeah. Yeah, Reset Stamp, probably one of the strongest cards in the game from this format. Just being able to reduce your opponent's hand size down to, well, equal to their prize cards. Very good effect, and 9 times out of 10 just automatically wins you the game if you are going to an even position. In this case, however, I'm just a
oh my god, I just got outplayed.
The highest variety. And I will opt to just Plasma Fist for game.
What can I say? I got outplayed.
Let's go.
Alright, game
Broken
3.
down. Honestly, yeah. Alright, and then would you like first or second?
I think I want second.
Okay. So, second, for this matchup, it gives me a little bit more breathing room consistency-wise. However, if you're able to get that turn 1 attack off, it gets really bad quickly.
Oh, god. It's fine, I'll just go first.
Okay. And again, using pass rules, just because retro formats aren't necessarily supported on PTCGO, so we have to improvise a little bit just to ensure that, you know, gameplay works as intended. Well, not as intended, but as intended for the time of the format.
Yeah. I want to land a turn 1 judge. I feel like that would be really sick.
That would be mildly crippling. Especially with, like, the mildly bonkers hand I have. Like, yeah, I don't want you to do it, but at the same time, you are 100% correct if you do it.
I'm not like gonna throw everything I got at it, but I'm gonna try a little bit.
Oh yeah. It's one of the few things this deck struggles with a little bit. If you don't have that early game consistency, it gets a little bit sketchy. Oh no. Okay, so
that's the sound I like to hear.
You judged me out of Misdreavus, double greens, double catcher, and rainbow energy. That is incredibly good because it means I could guarantee the turn 2 Gust KO. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna pass these.
Okay. Okay, this is certainly a hand. This is one of those games where I think we for sure just try and get a new hand. We want to conserve this card just because it's really good. And I've, again, not been able to show off the Exodia play, so hopefully it'll come up this game. Probably won't, but maybe it will.
Is your Exodia play Reset Stamp to 2 Jesse and James?
No. You know what, I'll just leak what it is. It is Lusamine Prism Star Mismagius Double Nightcap turn.
Okay.
Yeah. It is good.
I see.
Yeah. Go ahead and throw down that skateboard on the Tapu Fini. Just making it a little bit harder for my opponent to remove my pivots and just slow down my gameplay. We'll go ahead and Ultra Space for that Buzzwole. Questioning if I should bench it or not. down one custom catcher, my opponent likely will not be able to KO this next turn, especially with 6 cards in hand and only 3 custom catchers in deck. So I will opt to bench it and attach the Rainbow Energy. Also going to bench the Xurkitree because I want to have that out at all times. Questioning Pokégear, probably not going to go for Pokégear, and with that in mind, I think we just pass it off to our opponent.
Okay. Well, I can definitely do that here.
Do what?
I'm considering a judge right now. It seems
Please,
at least alright.
please not again. Please, let me keep this one, please. No,
Well, you
definitely.
saying that makes me want to do it more.
Oh, you.
The other option
Yeah.
is to like Pokéconvert the Dene, but I kind of don't want to get rid of the stuff I have.
Yeah, Judge seems fine. If you're just going in with Zapdos and not really doing anything other than chipping damage, then there's no real downside to the play. So yeah, ultimately that feels correct.
Let's do it.
That Lysander Lab is very unfortunate.
Ooh. I did not judge myself into a switching out, so...
Nice. Okay, I have 2 7-card outs to maybe hit a one of my 3 greens.
Oh, you have 2 Pokégears?
Always hit it. Always hit it. Now the other fun possibility is if we hit a Lieutenant Surge. That is not a Lieutenant Surge, so we bin it. We're going to Green's Exploration for a Dusk Stone, and oh,
Has the Mysterious Treasure, doesn't it?
I prize my second Mysterious Treasure.
Just kidding.
Show my that. Yeah, this is why you check your prizes. With that in mind, I think we try and slow down our opponent with a Power Plant Dusk Stone and then custom pray to God we hit it.
What is this? What is this game?
So we didn't hit it.
That's weird.
And we passed off. So
Okay.
we've messed up a little bit. Had I known I prized that second treasure, I probably should have gone for that Cynthia off the second Pokégear, but you live and you learn. So next turn, we just have to hope we do stuff, because if we don't, it gets bad. And
I honestly think I want to get this prize.
Yeah. Taking 5 cards is pretty good.
Oh.
Yep.
I need this one, right? Yeah, I need to.
I don't know. Yep. So double E-Power coming down, attaching that energy to the zero. Taking knockout on Fini. We do get that U-Turn Board back. Probably won't be relevant, but sometimes it is. Alright, well, unfortunately that Misdreavus showed up a little bit too late, but it is fine. We have greens for double custom catcher, take 3 prizes on the Zero Aura.
Always.
I mean, I needed 1 greens to hit it. But yes, that's a little bit of a luck cycle. We'll place the U-Turn Board on Misdreavus because, you know, that's a pretty good thing to have. And then, yes, Sledgehammer takes 3 prizes.
Alright, now it's showtime.
Okay.
For me, I need to I need to do something here, basically.
Yes, that is 100% true.
And it can't be Zapdos, it has to be...
It has to be a full Pikarom without access to Dedenne. You gotta just go the distance.
That's kind of interesting here. Well, I mean, I have to take this card. That's the only thing that makes sense there. And then I can do this. I didn't check my prizes, but I'm just gonna trust.
Of course. Ultimate game plan.
It's fine. You just trust.
Yep.
Wait. Okay. Yeah, like I said, we just trust. The other Picarom's in there. Let's go. I
Okay.
knew it. I knew
Okay,
it the whole
okay.
time.
Pikarom Dedenne probably has Stadium Bump in hand, or definitely has Stadium Bump in hand.
No, I definitely do not.
Oh.
But
Okay.
I am going to custom catcher.
Oh no.
Well, what you saying? What you saying? No, it's fine. It's fine. You
Okay,
just gotta trust.
yeah. Catcher for 3. I swear to God, if you rip Judge.
I did not rip Judge.
Okay, this is...
This deck should really have the resetting whole Marshadow.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think Power Plant was much of a thing during that format.
I don't know. I think it kind of was. Well, you don't have any more custom catchers, so I'm actually okay with this.
Yo, oh yeah, absolutely.
It's not great, but
Yeah.
I don't instantly lose.
Yes, that's true. What we can do is go for a weird combination play where we try and just get a pivot with the Buzzwole into the Xurkitree, hitting the Zapdos for weakness.
Slap Zapdos for 60 damage. Let's go.
Well, no. I would be knocking myself out with Misdreavus. If we're able to make this play and hit the Lusamine off of a Pokégear or something, then this gets a lot better. I don't love bumping my own Power Plant, but at the same time, I think this is like a fine play to go for. Because you custom catchered, you have 3 random cards in hand. You got EMAG, or 2 EMAGs down, 2 PCOMs down. You didn't support her. We do have 1 Mismagius left in deck. Yeah, I think we go for it. Just thin and hope. First Dusk Stone always has to fail, because we want to thin for that second one.
Whoa.
And then if we're going for a full sun play, we do actually reset Stampede to 4. Yes, it's 1 more card, but at the same time, I have to fully extend to hit the correct play. We'll go Pokemon Communication, grab the Lusamine Prism Star.
Can I get out of this? If you have 2 Blacephalon-GX, I think it's really bad, but I'm starting to think that you don't have 2 Blacephalon-GX.
We'll play the Lusamine Prism Star.
So I can't hurt your Ultra Beast, right?
Yeah, and all I have on field are Ultra Beasts.
Okay.
KO that Zapdos.
This is so interesting, because I can paralyze you with Choo-Choo here.
Ooh.
That is an
option.
It seems like a pretty good option to me, honestly.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Okay. Do I still have tag switch, or did I have to discard it earlier? I think I had to get rid of it earlier. That's pretty tough, because then if I go into Choo-Choo, it's gonna take a second to power up the Pikarom again. I still think it might be right to go Choo-Choo here.
Yeah.
Because my other option is to, like, retreat into Hoopa and then hope you don't have your Beast Energy.
I will... Well, no, I won't say anything. Oh, actually, no, I'm down already. I do run one Electropower, but it is
You
in the bin.
Electropower?
Yeah, I run one. It is
That's
in,
actually
it's in the discard, but it fixes math against Reshazard. Because you're supposed to go Buzzwole into Xurkitree E-Power Lusamine, and then what do they do?
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do I grab this in advance? No, I have to get a switch. I have to get a switch.
Yeah. Okay, going for a choo-choo play. I definitely agree with this line. This runs 3 switch. Yep.
Oh, I still have swish? Okay.
Yep. Still have access to that Stellar Wish, very good ability from back then. Just being able to look at the top 5, grab any trainer you want, so similar to Mew's Mysterious Tail, but even though you see one less card, still very, very good.
I would say Stellar Wish is even better because you can find your supporter off of it, which is really
So I think the goal this turn is just to thin, because we have a very specific need for next turn. So with that in mind, we need to just get searching. Yeah, we'll go Mysterious Treasure and Pcom. Pcom away Misdreavus to grab Misdreavus. We're gonna go ahead and attach U-Turn Board to Nihilego, switch into Nihilego.
Oh, you run switch.
I do run switch.
That's tough.
It is a greens deck. I have to run switch. Now, I believe it's correct to go in with Xurkitree this turn and force you to attack with Pikarom. But I do have other options this turn. One of which is burning this Pokégear. I think we do it. Make the play. Ends up not paying off big time, but it's fine. Yeah, then I think it's just retreat and 3 mirrors. So yeah, 3 mirrors. So now you're in an awkward spot where you sort of have to do something this turn.
You're right. You're right. I think I have to lightning ride. Because first of all, I don't have enough energy left to even get the tag bolt going if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And then second of all, I prized like all the other energy switch and Thunder Mountain. There's only one other energy switch, I think. But...
Yeah. I think, yeah, this one's on 2 E-switch, 1 tag switch.
So I think I do have to lightning ride here.
Okay.
And then it's not that bad. This is okay.
Lightning Ride is, yeah, definitely fine. One of the better attacks out there from this format. Doing 150 and pivoting into a Hoopa. Now, unfortunately, I'm not sure I have a line. Yeah, I don't think I have a way to pull this off.
I don't know if you have another Blacephalon-GX or not.
I do not. If I did, I have game, but I binned it too early. And
well,
so,
if you did, I would try to reset stamp you, and you would have 2 cards to get it.
Yes, true. So yeah, I unfortunately do not have the resources. You're gonna take this set. But yeah, that's just 2 sets of the matchup. It's a very fun and interesting matchup. I really like this Mismagius Beast Box. Our first set is a little bit representative of what the deck is supposed to do, in the sense that your opponent's not supposed to know what the heck they're trying to do. You're not really giving them options because they don't really see all of the lines because they have no idea what the deck does. Our second game is a little bit more representative of what the matchup actually is once both players are fully educated on what you're supposed to do, what the decks do. But yeah, that's just a brief overview of the decks. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, this is Mismagius Beast Box.